What's up, everyone? Christian Duke, StrengthAddicts.com here at the 2017 NPC Ruby. I'm joined by Cornelius Park. Cornelius, how are you today?
Doing very well, thank you.
Great. You had Dale competing in the show who you prepped.
Yeah.
Looked very good. And you are a prep coach, powerlifter, bodybuilder,
And
gym owner,
yes.
like all sorts of things. So let's start out with the powerlifting, because you said you had some really good lifts and you were sidelined by an injury, correct?
Yes, when I was a teenager, I was overall world champion for the Irish powerlifting team. And then in 2011, I actually broke 5 parts of my spine skiing. So it took me a few years to come back from that. And actually recently, I just tore my tricep off the bone, so I haven't been able to train in over 4 months now.
Oh my gosh. What part of Ireland are you from?
Limerick.
Limerick. Wow, very cool, very cool. I know a lot of the cities are Limerick, Shannon, Cork, Dublin,
Yep.
and the 6 occupied counties. All right, good stuff. Now, powerlifting is a very interesting sort of sport, because a lot of the guys there used to look kind of tubby and large, and now you're noticing that a lot of them are getting really ripped and muscular,
Yes.
as well as very strong. So how does one do that? How do you maintain a good physique in powerlifting where it's not really a volume-based training, it's more of a intensity? How does...
Well, it's the exact
You guys will
same
still be in
like
the
with
same place tonight when we come
bodybuilding.
back.
You have to change your diet based on your activity levels, and you have to keep in mind for each weight class you go up, the records go higher, standard goes higher. So you're best off staying in a lower class where you're primarily muscle and not a lot of fat.
Awesome. And you did all 3 lifts, right?
All 3 lifts.
Okay, yeah, because here in the United States, for some reason, there's a lot of what they call bench specialists, and they only
Yes.
bench. They don't pull and they don't
And
squat.
they wear the special shirts that come open
Yeah.
at the back. Yeah, we didn't have that.
And some people argue that they're not really... Powerlifting is all 3 lifts. So.
It's all 3 lifts.
Right. Now, for bodybuilding, you have well, talk to us about your bodybuilding. Talk to us about how many shows you've done.
So in 2009, I competed at the Palmetto Classic in South Carolina. I won the novice class weighing 210 pounds. Then in 2010, I won the Europa heavyweights in Orlando weighing 215 pounds. I then broke my spine. It took me a few years to get back into training, and I actually wanted to prove that you don't need to be big to win shows.
Right.
So I won 2 NPC shows as a middleweight in 2014, and I won a pro card in another federation. And then after that, I decided to want to try and do classic physique. But at my height limit, which is only 5'8", I could only be 177 pounds. So I only got down to 202, so I couldn't make the limit. And that is when I competed at the Border Clash in 2016.
Okay. Now, you have an interesting distinction in that you defeated a very outspoken bodybuilder, Bostin Loyd.
Bostin Loyd, yeah. I thought he looked great, and I have nothing negative to say about him as such, but he did complain for quite a long time online. He even complains nowadays sometimes, it would seem. I don't think he fully understands what goes into bodybuilding as far as the criteria goes, but he has a very impressive physique, so I have nothing negative to say.
Absolutely. No. And it's interesting, too, that you said, too, that you don't need the size to win, which is not,
I'm actually also just recently an NPC judge for the Carolinas, North and South, and we're told that first you choose conditioning and symmetry, and then it comes size after that.
Yeah. Now, I was just going to reiterate that, yeah, it's not at all true that you need size. And in fact, some of the greatest bodybuilders have been quote-unquote giant killers.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And so some of them don't have the weight, and some of them don't have the height either.
Absolutely.
And they're still kicking butt. So talk to us a little bit about your gym. Now, you also have a gym, and what's that like?
Yes, I own the gym Elite Fitness up in Huntersville. It's just above Charlotte, North Carolina. And out there I do with my partner, Kevin DeHaven, who promotes a lot of the shows in the area. We do the coaching company, DECON.
Okay.
And between the 2 of us, we have probably the 2nd largest bodybuilding team in the Carolinas.
Fantastic. And as far as prepping goes, because we saw Dale, he's in great shape. He also said you helped him with his posing. So it sounds like you help with absolutely everything. Meals, supplements, posing, from A to Z. So talk to us about your prep business.
Well, just like you said, we help from A to Z. My specialty is in psychology. That's what I went to university for. So a lot of people like Dale, he needs a lot of motivational boosting, and you just need to get to know each client, realize when they may slip up and when they may not, and work with them based on that.
Absolutely. And finally, where can friends and fans go to stay up to date with you, as well as prospective clients?
They can go to my site, deconnutritionandtraining.com. They can follow me on Instagram, which is CDecon, one word.
Okay.
Or they can find me on Facebook, as Cornelius Parkin. There's only 2 of us there, so it'll be easy to find.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for this interview. For Cornelius Parkin, Christian Duke, StrengthAddicts.com.
Thank you very much.